we're gonna start with the frickin' weekly, which I have not played. We're a little late. I probably should have played it yesterday, but I didn't, and now we're here. I don't know what's in the weekly, but we are Candy and we're wearing old Victorian wigs, so that's definitely a combination that feels like pink bows and rainbows, doesn't it? I don't really care for anyone here. I feel like they're all like baby-sized weak. The Silk Moth is chill if you could actually like get his ability to be used. Unlikely that like a dude with one attack's actually gonna hit this dude, but like maybe he will. Apparently Bluebird is better than I ever get the credit for. I'll take it. I liked it for a while, and then I was like, actually no, this is probably kind of stink. I should stop buying it so much. But then the internet, that being mostly the Reddit, was like, Bluebirds are awesome. It's my highest ranked thing ever. And I was like, only? Really? Because I feel like it just gives stats to dudes in the early game who I don't want to keep, but still. Helpless Gibbons, Overt Geeks, Underwater Fellas. Underwater Fellas. They're having a splash, or they need help, one or the other, but they're definitely fellas and they're underwater and all that jazz. Lost, honestly, expected. Pretty sure my Silk Moth was not going to be capable of doing anything in that instance anyway. Only more Silk Moths, if it's the only option. You know what is actually an option though? Moth on moth action. This here, that could do something. I don't want additional beetles. In fact, I can't even afford one, so I can't have it, and I can't afford it, and I don't want it. At the same time, we're gonna freeze it because levels overdoes all of those opinions. We were one away from actually being able to succeed in life. Are there bees? A bee could be quite tasty and delicious. Are there a bison? We're looking at the thing now. There are bees. Draws can happen. There is not a bison. There is a Doberman, which is kind of like a plague on my life because part of me thinks like, what if we just did that though? I think this dude's cool. The Tar, I don't know how to say his name exactly, but like he's fun and I feel like I rarely ever see him in the weekly. And he can die. He can get hot pilled and give us some sweet chilies. He's bringing chili to the party. He's not going to drop it. Yes? I don't think that the Wasp has a very easy time ever doing anything. And it looks like there's almost no scaling foods this weekly, so I think this is a dandy guy. He can exist, and he can be a superpowered Silk Moth dude. And you were giving stats, but you know what I like more than stats? $1 additional. $1 sounds delicious. I meal prep for food, and I do it because of the need for food and not at all because I enjoy cooking. So it's always crazy to me when people have that as a hobby, and they're like, I'm just gonna make like a huge thing of stuff. It's gonna take me like 2 hours to do it. It's gonna go in the fridge, but I enjoy the process. And I'm like, I will take the leftovers, and I'm willing to clean the dishes if so needed, but I don't do it like on choice or anything. Only for the necessity of good food happens. I'm just eating flatbread pizza for meal prep this week, which is easy because you make it when you want it as opposed to like all at once, so kind of cheaty, but still. Go forth. I'm not gonna level you any further than you currently are, good man. And I'm not even gonna do it today, which means somebody gets an apple. It's gonna be the Swan because I actually kind of like the Swan. I feel like he's an endgame dude. I will take him to the endgame whether or not he is an endgame dude. If he gets leveled at least once more, at least he's like justified. Salty guy, our first win of the frickin' season. And we like lost 3 times before this point. Losing, it happens so greatly. You're supposed to only take dudes who have stats in the early game, and sometimes it's just not physically possible. I was like temporarily into the idea of baking because I like being who I am does that thing where you go through phases of trying a bunch of different like hobbies for a short period of time before switching to a different hobby. I would like to do this, but I can't put you up front because of the woodpecker, and I would want you up front. I haven't done Mantis in a long time, but I don't know if I want to commit to like dudes dying. I guess he could kill. There are some dudes here who would like enjoy death, I would say. The moth could accept death. You know what? I haven't done this in so long that might as well try. So you're gonna eat that guy. Why? There's literally no reason not to, I suppose. And you need manual health. You don't need manual health. He's doing his. I should have saved the flamingo. The flamingo is like token on token that dude's favorite food, especially in this early game zone. So because I like jump on random crafting hobbies almost constantly, I did have a period of time in which I was like, you know what would be so fun and great? What if I was a cake decorator? What if I like made cakes, not because I enjoy the concept of the cake, so they're all going to be boring and the same flavor, but I sure do decorate those to hell. And I think that I got some sets of stuff to decorate cakes and then made exactly one thing. Oh! Ox plus Mantis technically synergizes. I don't like him enough to think that's actually worth it. More than once, but I think I'll do it once, and nobody gets to be spicy. Nobody gets the pill. We have a manual pill now. Who needs a pill when we can kill our own team members? An apple is conceivable only because everything else kind of stinks. Or Ant is just a good guy. He's a good man. He's a good man. Is he better than that man? That guy's leveled, though. Adorant can go to the end game, but this dude is leveled. I'm gonna skip it and say that it might be a mistake. I'll accept that if it's a mistake. But literally the only cake I ever made, like I got the ingredients and then I got all these things to like make cakes and make them fancy, was one where I used like mini wheats, the cereal, you know, those like little squares of mini wheats, and I decorated them with tiny marshmallows to look like rabbits, and then I put like the most basic shaped like icing squeezer that's just like spaghetti sauce basically comes out of it, just spaghetti, made it look like grass, and I made like rabbits in a field. I made that cake and proceeded to never make a cake again because that artistic pursuit was more effort than most others, and I was less willing to continue the concept. You can have some toys. That guy is spent. That's fine. He's always going to be spent. I guess that's an interesting concept. He is getting attack 1 per turn, which is basically nothing, but he is also always going to be spent. This will give my mantis a melon. I think that's worth it in 2 turns. I could sell you and then buy another alligator for literally no reason, but we shan't do that because I'm not silly. A guy who does things. More than you? He's just kind of lame. Like, he doesn't need to exist. Plus, if I'm going to be killing dudes in the future, I want to be killing that goat that does things. I'm going to switch to this now. I don't need the waffles, but I did see a cat. And a cow. Alrighty then. Late game scaling is established. It's like impossible for me to do this. No, I was gonna say because I've already got like 2 spots to murder this guy. This could be the cow. He would get killed every turn. I couldn't waffle him, but he could do something. He could do something up in there. Somebody could also have a garlic. This guy's getting melon in 2 turns. Does anyone else need a garlic? Is it required? I would say not, but this is a sniper. This guy having melon is actually quite nice. Maybe it's time for gold to leave. I'll roll once. Did I get a swan? I didn't. Okay, we're gonna do things that matter now. Ah, there's the swan's sister. I just committed murder. It's funny how that literally seems to like always happen. Basically always happens. You have a cow nowadays? In front of that guy. Were they running a mantis? They had the team of mantis. If I had you, I bet I wouldn't have died so hard. If I had had my gold-giving swan, I bet I could have, like, financed my way out of that situation. Oh, you're still here. I thought I got rid of that dude. Well, now you have a chance to level. You get this. This guy is getting killed, and therefore this has to happen. A little unfortunate, because that means that kind of ruins our little set here. Are there normal apples? Is there actually people to be killed here that's, like, worth killing? That's not just that dude? Anyone who does things on Fate? Maybe this murder happy thing I'm doing is not actually the coolest thing. Like, there's regular ants. 1 regular ant and a rat. I could give everyone honey. Definitely not doing that. It seems like it might just 1 gold in the next turn. Does the weasel work in the shop? And does it give me the gold now or actually still next turn? I guess that's kind of like a money back thing. You killed my skunk! That's fine. Oh no, I didn't think about that concept. Wait, he got it back anyway. He cooked the pepper, and then he also got his melon, so that was fine. It was whatever. You summoned a watermelon. Yeah, my water bottle is right here. It is summoned by Rosa. Thank you, thank you. I would like to kill more things. You know what? You can't knock things out. Leveling, roll once, something that has a fate trigger. A monkey! Aw, there's so many good dudes. It's gonna have to be Ant for literally no reason besides someone has to die, and it can't be you, and it can't be you, and it could have been him. That actually probably was better stats. I want the monkey, but what am I supposed to do? Sell my mantis? Sell him? Okay, I will say our ox is like kind of trash. It is now turn 9. Maybe the 4-6 with melon is not as cool as I originally thought. This is gonna suck. You're the worst. But you're not that bad. You're just kind of the worst. Not nearly as negative as one could be. That's fine. You don't matter. We're going to be super scaling mantis up in here. Big skunk. I I don't have any trumpets, but this guy's like amazing. But the whale though, what do you just summon? Any summon dude? This is basically gonna fulfill his own prophecy. He's gonna get killed and then immediately summon a different dude who could also get killed. This is a 2-for-1 frickin' action. It's a perfect synergy. And carry the on. So you technically faint. I don't know if I should save things. Yeah, what about a toy? I feel like saving a toy is probably better inclined. As a buy sell than saving a dude who's gonna give me 1 gold. Like I could just get a different one of those. He could just be not that guy. Nobody can defeat my mantis except that guy? No, not even that. It would be really fun if that guy had to keep him and it killed its own team in the shop. I realized that's not at all how that works. I thought we were gonna draw, but we actually won. We were on 1 heart in a frickin' dream. The dream is 5 wins. 5 wins is the dream that I hope for. Unfortunately, this does nothing. You suck for existing. Kind of rude. A toy in this day and age, absolute. I don't need melons anymore, so the lowest guy can just simply die. Okay, I guess melons aren't as cool as I thought because they're actually just in here. Nobody needs the melon. Everyone on my team is a baby except this guy who never leveled. He never leveled. There's decent perks too. Panther could be cool. This is a good weekly. Did somebody hand make this weekly? This smells like a handmade weekly if I ever did sell one. If all pets are tier 4 or higher. Oh my god, that never happens. Here you go. That's like the first time in a generation that's actually functioned. Anyone want to die tomorrow? No? Maybe get sold tomorrow? Sucks. I'm not doing that. Only murder. I'm honestly kind of surprised that people aren't up to the standards of my dude. Maybe because we've lost so many times that I've already defeated all those people. This is gonna be the worst thing. It's just the worst. There's so many scalers this weekly. You would think I would see more scaling, or you would think I would have more scaling. I was scaling 1 guy, we try again. This time maybe we scale 2 guys. That could be fun. Okay, y'all are all weak. I just want people who are strong. These are mediumly strong people. They don't have all the stats. They've got a little bit of the stats. Green ice cubes, foppish slackers, low-key sailors, some green sailors. Just because you're on the water does not mean that you can't grow plant life. Herbalism is good for medicine, even for people who get seasick on boats. Delicious! A win. Why? Because we had 2 and 2 or 2 and 3. Though these like one stat Martys can like just buzz off, honestly. I go for stats. I realize these birds are like kind of a stats, but not one that I desire. More moths, and this moth gets a bee. It's yellow, it's got wings. The bee is yellow, it's got wings. Basically siblings, somewhat twins. Okay, I mean, that was kind of expected. Front moth is never really a cool thing to do. He's got most of my health though, so I guess it's not a negative. My bee! Haha! Win for the bee. The enemy should have had the bee. It was their own darn fault. So many levels we have, such as large moth. This is a dude. He's not that cool of a dude, and I don't have dudes who are killing multiple things, but maybe just a bunch of oxes. You can be here. Someone up front needs to have health, so this. Kind of a jank looking squad, but here we are doing it. Go forth. I should have taken the pill! I gotta pill the ant in front of this ox and get the melon and make it a permanence, but I didn't do it. Because I wasn't thinking hard enough. What if you just gave it back? It'd be cool if you just like gave me the pill back. What if I won anyway? Delicious. Stats is what you need. Every time I get goods with stats in the other game, I succeed. Okay, they did not give me the pill. Life is tragic. I guess I'm keeping the moth more than anyone. A spider. So many killable dudes. I feel like you'll be hard met to have anyone from like the Discord recommended weeklies not put both chocolate and pills in, because those are just everyone wants them all the time. So you must include. I do want the spider, but it's gonna have to wait a second. I also want the door ant. I guess I'm not gonna keep the ox, so we don't have to permanently do that thing. So we can do this thing. In which case this can happen because then he gets 2 triggers now. Double trouble. And tomorrow we can combine the chinchillas and therefore add the spider. It's all coming together. This person's got a mascot. I feel like, and they've got lucky hats. Magic and lucky. I haven't I feel like fought someone who didn't have a mascot in forever, but also I guess I haven't really been paying attention, so it's quite possible that I have. You're too strong for this world? He's only getting better. I should have chosen that guy over my ox. I think he's actually just legit better. And there's like summoning happening this game. Give me something cool to eat, like a skunk. I will accept your skunk. I don't want this anymore. No reason for your levels. We have no bison. Now the spider, what this does is give our ox 15 billion triggers. You can have this. I'm actually going to pill the spider as soon as he gets like one more spider. One additional spider, sweet murders. Tasty snack. This does function how I want it to, right? It's weird that that X actually had that function because he had space to move forward. There was only 4 dudes there and he just kind of chose not to. The game chose fun over like whatever else was going to happen there. No murder today. Maybe I shouldn't even save this then. Maybe I should wait and give it a real chance. I like what this moving ant is doing, but do I need to start switching into dudes who do things? Because right now I'm just kind of like rolling endlessly. I don't need more mods. You can have this. I planned on pilling a dude in front of you later, so now that I think about it, that actually didn't matter, but have it anyway. Have a little cucumber snack. You're technically kind of carrying the team, so... Ah, you triggered my melon a bit early. That's probably fine, right? Nobody else? No, they have a saucy ant. Okay. The saucy ant didn't even get a chance to arrive. Technically didn't matter. And the bee, once again, does some freaking cool stuff. The bee pulling it out for, like, positive things. I would like this. More than the ox? Yes, because what is the ox doing? Literally not getting any stronger. He's getting the same. At some point, he's gonna pop off and just get worse, so here's this. We're not doing the Doberman. Because he's a stinker. I could give this guy... You know, yeah, you know what? Ox is not coming around. He's gonna, like, die. Maybe even tomorrow. If this spider doesn't level soon, they're both out the window, so I think it's kind of valid to give him a rice ball. Be prepared, I say. Here is your pink slip. Here is your 2-week notice. As if companies actually care enough to give people 2-week notice, despite expecting it from us. Delicious. We didn't even need the bee. And I don't want moths. Okay, everyone on my team is highly replaceable. In fact, they could be replaced as early as immediately. I could just kill him. I feel like he needs to be leveled first. Penguin? You know what? How much the frick? How much money did that give me? I feel like that gave me like $7. There's no way that gave me like $7, right? Welcome to the Super Auto Pets. It's a new weekly, and it's got a lot of scales and a lot of summon dudes. Not really good summon dudes, in my opinion, just kind of existing ones. They're definitely present, is how I would describe it. 1 spider, please. You may have a sandwich. Okay, now but 1 spider, please. A spider. And also him. Tomorrow, the spider evolves and is very quickly fed to the void. This is the reason we had the spider. It was only ever to feed him to the void, so now is his time to shine. I'm glad we got past that. And the world was looking grim, but it wasn't grim. It was actually tasty and delicious. That water looks so cold. Is it because it's like slightly misted? It's in like a clear-ass bottle. It's bubbled. It's from my kitchen sink. I know, kind of bougie. Leveled? Or I could keep him, because now the penguin is actually doing something, but no. And I could become a summoner. Are there summon enablers? The vulture. But the summoning team I would have to do is basically like a bunch of whales and a spider. You know what, penguin? I think I'm gonna sell this moth, but he's doing a good thing. You know what, penguin first. You're out. This guy needs to exist. Maybe I won't kill anybody. I could kill this guy. I should have put him here and gave someone a chili and then put the whale on the squad. It's always about the order and I always mess it up. You know what? We're like kind of winning. I'm gonna mess it up pretty hard by just doing a bunch of random stuff right now. Our team is gonna be very different, but is it gonna be improved? Who's to say? I am gonna put this guy on the team. Because I never use him and I wish he was cool. In the aim of wishing that guy was cool, this is the squad. Okay, we have no stats. We have very few, you know, financial gains. We're all dead. We're 27 and we have no prospects, but it's fine. Everyone get out of the way. It's fine. Everyone get out of the way. I forgot the list. I was trying to quote the Pride and Prejudice thing, but I just know that she's like, we're 26. We have no prospects. We're humble and our parents are a burden. We're not a burden. Our parents are a burden. If we were a burden, they would kick us out at this point, you know? I'm supposed to get food for this. What does the Panther summon, like 2 bees? Is that what honey does? I don't consider that super valid. We have 2 health left in order to make the Panther have a food. Honestly, the aim of this specific round of Super Auto Pets is not victory. Overrated. It's to get this Panther a food that does something. Simple goals. Results in, like, more victories, resulting in more endorphins. More happiness, I would say. Spicy. Draws are fine. Draws keep us on the Panther path. That's what I've always said. Yes. Here's that cat and cow combination. And you know what I'm thinking? Actually, you're not even that cool. I can do this. I can afford to do all of this in a row. You're gonna give everyone double-sized food, and then you're like, here's some milk. And I'm like, oh, thank God, my cat just got here, and he's so hungry. And who's gonna be really cool about this? I guess the whale is like our strongest dude. Look at this sweet upgrades we just had. I would like that as well. But I can't fit a monkey unless I got rid of this guy. But now he's giving everyone like +4/+4 at the beginning of a fight. That's not bad. That's basically everyone having a pie. He does it like twice. 3 times stronger. This guy's giving everyone +6/+6. This is basically a stat man who's like 3 turns worth of like a poodle at once. And it's worth it. I expect that we'll get to at least 8 wins before we die. Is everyone strong? Everyone is 4 or higher. Okay, and this is like working for everyone 2 times. Large whale, 8. I would consider the sushi. Okay. I think this is more important still. This Panther is going to be the strongest thing in the universe. And by that virtue, my entire team is going to be the strongest thing in the universe. So glad that you're dying. That's just delightful. You don't even function here. My chili's knocking people out. Man, 8 wins, no problem. My goal was to get the Panther a thing that does stuff, and the Panther, as a result of us having done that, said, you know what? I appreciate that. Here, have some wins. Have your first ever victory in the world. What kind of headset is that? It looks sick. Honestly, I don't know. I got it for my birthday. It was a birthday gift. It's cute because it's white and looks better than my black one. It's this box, which I very unceremoniously put on the floor after opening it and then didn't throw away. Whoa. I got a little pile of recycling that I should deal with at some point, but I'm not entirely sure when the recycling arrives, so I'll have to figure that out at some, like, due time. Bigger whale. You don't summon 2 things. Okay. We have to reevaluate. Hawk can go in front. That, like, literally doesn't change anything, I'm pretty sure. And then you can happen. And then also you could happen a second time, they say. Like, a melon is cool, and I would like it, but I really want a food thing. Like, the cat got to level 2. You're not even gonna let me do a food thing on his first existence of being here. I do want a melon. We have 2 lives, right? I still have time to, like, actually use the cat. I hate how I could never actually, like, utilize the cat very well. He gets to level, like, 2, and it's like you've spent $1 billion to get this dude, and no one has any stats to survive. And then you never get any food. I really like it, thank you. I really like it as well. Too spicy for you. We might actually get to 10 wins based off this sweet Panther. Sweet Panther maneuvers. Okay, here's a thing. Look at all that damage we all have all of a sudden. I do want this, actually. I think I want that more than the whale having that other thing. And we could have some chocolate. We still have 2 lives left. Like, we could win today. Or we could have a little bit of extra fun. That is a large wasp. The melon was the correct decision. It saved our life. Have multiple pigs, why don't you? I think these stats line up. I think this is gonna go quite well. No, I think I'm wrong now. I changed my mind right before that battle ended, so in the grand scheme of things, you could say I was actually correct even before the fight ended. I could give everyone super pump. Look at that, 4 times stronger, and my first time getting that thing leveled. Oh my god, look at all these animals we have. I think I'm gonna have to accept, honestly, that we're not gonna get this cat to the 3rd level. in time for that to matter. Still don't think it was, probably still didn't worth it. If anything, we should just spend our money next turn, if we go to next turn, on just food. Scaling everyone is better than scaling cat. Even if the cat is really cute, and I do love cats. Okay, I'm pretty sure the shared bees there did nothing. Oh, you're saying our stats weren't good enough? No! It was nothing to be done, but I was really dreaming of a greener world, a greener pasture where that was awesome. Look how cool our team was. It was like straight up emo all across the board. We were gray as hell. That guy was like dark navy, which still qualifies as emo. And then we had this like sweet jock at the front of the line to like be the team leader and make us feel like sadly uplifted. We were having a squad there.